Hey everybody, it's Jeremy Bradley here, and it's time for the BuffRadio.com Entertainment Wrap-Up presented by Buff Boy Brewing Company.
JB's Entertainment Wrap-Up.
Brought to you by BuffBoyBrewing.com. For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the temperature rise, and you'll surely feel naughty when you swallow their coffee. Shop Buff Boy Brewing's premium collections of coffee and tea at BuffBoyBrewing.com. Buff Boy Brewing, you can't get enough buff. Here's what's making news this June 10th. Now that Donald Trump's name has been wiped from the John F. Kennedy Memorial Center, it sounds like the building is coming to life again. People want to go there now. So, Bill Maher and a bunch of his funny friends will be there later this month as the TV host and comedian is honored with the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. Slated to appear at the event will be fellow comedians Louis C.K., Jay Leno, Whitney Cummings, and Woody Harrelson. Also John Mellencamp, Ariana Huffington, others perhaps surprise guests. Maher has long been a critic of the president. Remember, Trump sued him for $5 million over a joke back in 2013. And then Maher was invited for dinner at the White House last year and spoke highly of the interaction with the president, but the niceties didn't last long because they were both taking shots at each other almost immediately after. When it was announced earlier this year that Maher would be given the Mark Twain Prize, Trump apparently voiced his displeasure with the Kennedy Center's selection. It even seemed like Maher wouldn't get the honor at one point. I guess there's still time, right? It's a couple weeks away, so we'll see what happens. Did I just jinx it? I don't know. No different than a president showing up at a basketball game to jinx things. All right, so the special is set to stream on Netflix later this month. What did I say it was? June 28th or something, right? We'll talk about it again. Speaking of names, Brad Pitt's kids don't want his anymore. Another one of his kids with Angelina Jolie, this one, daughter Zahara, is scheduled to appear in court later this year to go by the legal name Sahara Jolie instead of Zahara Jolie Pitt. She's 21 years old, so old enough to make her own decisions, and she's filed legal docs to change her name. She follows in the footsteps of Shiloh, who was the first to legally drop the Pitt name in May 2024. Then, 24-year-old Maddox filed the same request last month, and sister Vivian, who's only 17, decided not to use the Pitt name professionally on Broadway in 2024. For his part, Brad Pitt has not commented on his kids snubbing him. I don't think that he cares, quite honestly. Elsewhere in family drama news, Nick Reiner, the son who murdered parents, allegedly, Rob and Michelle Reiner, filed a petition in court demanding that he have access to his $1.5 million trust fund from those parents that he allegedly murdered. And the former lawyer who represented him, Alan Jackson, said that he initially got involved in the case the day Nick was arrested in December and did it without payment. Now Jackson said, quote, "Although we were away from California and no funds had yet been paid, I immediately began evaluating and responding to the situation," end quote. Shortly thereafter, Jackson pulled out of the case, saying that he wasn't representing Nick anymore. He wouldn't explain why, but now it seems like the ambulance chaser is back in play should that, $1.5 million open up. Touching, isn't it, right? Currently, Nick is represented by a public defender. That's Check of Your Celebrity Headlines for this Wednesday, June 10th. I'm back tomorrow right here on the BuffRadio.com Entertainment Wrap-Up, presented by Buff Boy Brewing Company. Till next time, I'm Jeremy Bradley.
For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the temperature rise, and you surely feel naughty when you swallow our coffee.